Hey guys, the Kansas City Chiefs edition. Um, it is on eBay a few times throughout the year, but it's always like a $90 to $100 book. So, or buy it now. I think I've seen a few in the past go for like 20. I missed out on them. This is from looking at like sold listings, so trying to keep an eye on it. I wish I lived around the Kansas area so that I can hit up a flea market. I'm sure these are probably like all over the place. I don't know what the print run was on these, so maybe I'm wrong, but I think I would have better luck if I was living in that area or at least went to visit. Uh, you think my wife would like taking a trip out there just to go look at some flea markets? Probably not. But yeah, it's a great cover, really simplistic, and I just really like it. So one day I will get this, hopefully this year. Up next we have Amazing number 100. I tried to get this a few times over the Christmas break with my eBay money, my PayPal money. Missed out on a few because we were doing other things and I couldn't remember to look at my phone at the right time. Um, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get this since I'm still selling some of my toy collection. It shouldn't be too hard to uh, get the money to order one of these. They usually go. I'm trying to get like a very fine copy. I don't want to go too far below that. I don't want a near mint one. I mean, I would love a near mint one, but it's probably going to be a little expensive. So I'm okay with just going for like a very fine copy. Then we got Batman Sword of Azrael #1, the silver edition. This one is not terribly hard to find. I just need to find a good copy. I don't want to pay more than 5 for one. I don't think they're worth that much. The ones I see on eBay are like 20, 15, but I don't want to pay that much for it. There's one on my comic shop now that's a VG copy. I would rather have something very fine or more. It's not like a super in demand book. It's just a reprint of Azrael's first appearance, which is cool. So I'd like to grab that one. Then we got Captain Marvel #14, the first print. Of course, I'd love to get. Well, there's no second print, but I'd love to get the variant. But that's a monster of a book to find. So I'm not hopeful that I will get that for a good price. But if I do, I mean that'll be sufficient. This is one that I had on my list last year. I never got a chance to grab it. It's probably more than it was last year, which is unfortunate. But it's like a maybe $25-30 book, which is okay. But I'm holding out for like a $15 version of it. So we'll see. It's not crazy high on my list, but it's probably near the end of my or the bottom of my top 10 list. But it's still on here. I like Kamala Khan. This is her first cameo appearance, so I'd like to put that away and cross that off the list. I did see it in Newberry in 2014 when I was looking for the first print of Captain Marvel 17, and I passed up on it because I didn't know that this had her cameo in it. And I also passed up on the second print of Captain Marvel 17, which is also at that same Newberry. And I kept looking ahead, and I was like, I don't really want the second print. I want the first print. But of course, we know now the second print is like hundreds of dollars, so I should have gotten it. Uh, Up next, we got Amazing Spider-Man 31, first appearance of Harry Osborn and Gwen Stacy. This was another one I was looking for during the Christmas break on eBay. I almost got a few, but I got outbid at the last minute. Well, I almost got. There was a few that I almost won at different times. I don't want more than one copy, unless they're cheap. That'd be good. Uh, they did have this at the Brockton New England Comics for a little while for about $100, and I should have grabbed it because it was a nice copy, but passed up on it. It shouldn't be too hard to find. I'll go for like a VG Fine Minus copy. And then we got Amazing Spider-Man #1 from the second series, the Dynamic Forces edition. I have all the other covers at this point, so I figure might as well just try to get the last one I need, which is this one. Another one that goes for like $20-30, but I don't want to pay more than like 15 for it, since it's not. I don't think it's in crazy high demand. It's just happens to be a variant. So when people put their buy it nows, they put them higher than usual. If I see an auction, maybe I can get it for cheaper, but we'll see. It's a good cover. Then we got Amazing Spider-Man 654 second print. I've never seen this in the wild, so I'd like to try to grab that one. This is the first appearance of Flash Thompson as Venom, the reprint of it. I like the cover. It's a panel from the inside of the issue, but that's fine. And yeah, it's just one that it's hard to find, so I'd like to snatch it up. Marvel Superheroes #13, first appearance of Carol Danvers. Another one that I was looking at with my PayPal money, and I'll probably get Amazing 100 before I get this one. I was more interested in finding this maybe about 5 months ago, but a lot of the copies I see on eBay are like VG or below VG, and I'm okay with getting a VG copy, but even the VG copies on eBay are really varied in their condition. Some people, I guess, I'm not a good grader either, but I think when you're putting stuff on eBay for people to buy, I think you need to be a little more careful. There's definitely a lot of copies on there that say there's something and then they're beat to hell. This book, I don't know why it's. I guess for a long time it was not really important, so no one took care of it, because a lot of the copies I see are pretty beat up. And then at cons, they want like drastic amounts for this. I saw a couple at Boston Comic Con. They wanted like 200 plus for them for like a VG or VG plus copy, and I was like, no, thank you. You could probably get a VG copy for 70 to 100. I think that was the last one that I was actively trying to get. Went around for that much, so I'm okay with. I think I'm okay if it's like just below 100. I think if we start cracking into like $100, I might back off, but it is one I'd like to pick up. And then we got Amazing Spider-Man 36, the 9/11 issue. This is a picture of the newsstand edition. I'm okay if I find the newsstand edition, that'd be great, but I don't care if it's a direct edition. This is one of the major ones that I need in my gap, or the gaps I have in 200 to 700 run. Goes for about $30-40. It shouldn't be too hard to grab, but it is one of the pricier ones in that run that I'm missing. Then I think this is the last one. I haven't been counting, but this is Sensational Spider-Man 0, the red edition. You can see by the red webs, that's the variant part of it. Normally they're gray. It's kind of hard to find for a good price. I really like Ben Reilly a lot, so I'd like to grab this one. I think this is one that I think has potential to like pick up for cheap, because it's not like in high demand book. It's not a high demand character. It is a rarer book. I think it's maybe about 2,000, 3,000 copies. Not quite sure on that. But even like the variant part of it is not like drastically different enough to like attract a lot of collectors' attention. So I feel like if I'm patient, I can find this one for a good price. A lot of the buy it nows are like crazy prices from 100 to 150. There's no way I'm paying that for this book. There's nothing. I like Ben Reilly a lot, but I already have the issue, so I don't, just because it has a red web doesn't mean that I'm gonna pay like $100 for it. 20, 25, you know, we can talk, but 100, 150, you know, that's way crazy. But I'd really like to grab this one. I think it has potential to find for a good price if I'm patient enough. I've never seen it in the wild, but if I do, you know, I would certainly be interested in picking that up. I have seen a few like comic lots sell with this from looking at past sold books, where you know the lot was just a bunch of books and this one happened to be in there. It sold for like $20. So I'm bummed that I missed that on those, but I'll wait and see if it pops up again, and then that would be pretty awesome. And yeah, that was the last one. So I haven't thought enough about who I want to tag. So I'm just gonna be cheap on this, and if you haven't done the tag video, consider yourself tagged. I tag everyone that hasn't been tagged yet, because I haven't taken a look at who's done it yet and who hasn't. That's on my subscriber list, or that I'm subscribed to. Anyway, yeah. So if you haven't done it yet, feel free to do it. 10 issues that you want to pick up the most during the next year, and then I think it'd be cool if everyone made a video at the end of the year and showed whether or not they picked up or not. I think we usually do like end of year videos, so I think everyone's got that covered. But that's definitely fun seeing if everyone got them throughout the year. Yeah. So thanks again, Murphinator, for tagging me. This is something that I like doing, so I was more than happy to fulfill the tag. I hope I can find some of these. I think I should be able to knock some of them off. I think the most potential I have, the hardest ones are going to be Sensational 0, that Kansas 23, and probably the Amazing 31. Actually, this Amazing 654 is going to be pretty hard too, because even there's hardly any out like on eBay, and when they are on there, they go for stupid prices. So, yeah, the next one I can imagine the next one I'll get is the Amazing 100. I think that's been closest on my my watch list since I missed out on a few. Now I'm like itching to get it. I love that cover. It's a really great cover. And then at that point, I think I'll have all the anniversary issues, like the hundreds of issues, centennial issues, I guess. Yeah. So thanks again for watching, guys. So yeah, make the video if you haven't made it. If you feel like making it, feel free, go for it. You're all tagged. Thanks again, guys.